Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Today marks the seventh day of Muharram and the seventh day of our English Ashra. To begin, I'd like to invite Sayyid up for the recitation of the Holy Quran. Can I have one loud salawat?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان. الشمس والقمر بحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان ألا تطغوا في الميزان وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تكسروا الميزان والأرض وضعها للأنام فيها فاخية والنخل ذات الأكمام والهب ذو العصف والريحان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان خلق الإنسان من صلصال كالفخار وخلق الجان من مارج من نار فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان رب المشرقين ورب المغربين فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان صدق الله العلي العظيم.
Jazakallah. I would like one more loud salawat as I invite Mehdi for the recitation of Hadith Kisa.
صلوات. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. عن جابر بن عبد الله الأنصاري عن فاطمة الزهراء عليه السلام بنت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله قال سمعت فاطمة أنها قالت دخل علي أبي رسول الله في بعض الأيام فقال السلام عليك يا فاطمة فقلت وعليك السلام قال إني أجد في بدني ضعفا فقلت له أوذك بالله يا أبتاه من الضعف فقال يا فاطمة ائتيني بالكساء اليماني فغطيني به فآتيته بالكساء اليماني فغطيته به وصرت أنظر إليه وإذا وجهه يتلألأ كأنه البدر في ليلة تمامه وكماله. الله. فكان وما كانت إلا صاعة وإذا بولدي الحسن قد أقبل وقال السلام عليك يا أماه فقلت وعليك السلام يا قرة عيني وصمرة فؤادي فقال يا أماه إني أشم عندك رائحة طيبة كأنها رائحة جدي رسول الله فقلت نعم إن جدك تحت الكساء فأقبل الحسن نحو الكساء وقال السلام عليك يا جداه يا رسول الله أتأذن لي أن أدخل معك تحت الكساء فقال وعليك السلام يا ولدي ويا صاحب حوضي قد أذنت لك فدخل معه تحت الكساء. الله. فما كانت إلا صاة وإذا بولدي الحسين قد أقبل وقال السلام عليك يا أماه فقلت وعليك السلام يا ولدي ويا قرة عيني وثمرة فؤادي. فقال لي يا أماه إني أشم عندك رائحة طيبة كأنها رائحة جدي رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله. فقلت نعم إن جدك وأخاك تحت الكساء. فدنا الحسين نحو الكساء وقال السلام عليك يا جداه. السلام عليك يا من اختاره الله. أتأذن لنكون معكما تحت الكساء. فقال وعليك السلام يا ولدي ويا شافي أمتي. قد عزنت لك. فدخل معهما تحت الكساء. فأقبل عند ذلك أبو الحسن علي بن أبي طالب وقال السلام عليك يا بنت رسول الله. فقلت وعليك السلام يا أبا الحسن ويا أمير المؤمنين. فقال يا فاطمة إني أشم عندك رائحة طيبة كأنها رائحة أخي وابن عمي رسول الله. فقلت نعم ها هو مع ولديك تحت الكساء. فأقبل علي نحو الكساء وقال السلام عليك يا رسول الله. أتعذنوا لي أن أكون معكم تحت الكساء. قال له وعليك السلام يا أخي ويا وفي وخليفتي وصاحب لواء. قد أذنت لك. فدخل علي تحت الكساء. ثم آتيت نحو الكساء وقلت السلام عليك يا أبتاه. يا رسول الله أتأذن لي أن أكون معكم تحت الكساء. قال وعليك السلام يا بنتي ويا بضعتي. قد عزمت لك. فدخلت تحت الكساء. فلما اكتملن جميعا تحت الكساء أخذ برسول الله بطرفي الكساء وهما بيده اليمنى إلى السماء وقال اللهم إن هؤلاء أهل البيت وقاستي وحامتي لحمهم لحمي ودمهم دمي. يؤلمني ما ما يحزنهم ويحزنني ما يحزنهم. أنا حرب لمن حاربهم وسلم لمن سالمهم وعدو لمن أعداهم ومحب لمن أحبهم. إنهم مني وأنا منهم. فاجعل صلواتك وبركاتك ورحمتك وغفرانك ورضوانك علي وعليهم وأذهب عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. فقال الله عز وجل يا ملائكتي ويا سكان سماواتي إني ما خلقت سماء مبنية ولا أرضا مدهية ولا قمرا منيرا ولا شمسا مضية ولا فلك يدور ولا بحر يجري ولا فلك يسري إلا في محبة هؤلاء الخمسة الذين هم تحت الكساء. فقال الأمين جبرائيل يا رب ومن تحت الكساء. فقال عز وجل هم أهل بيت النبوة ومعدن الرسالة هم فاطمة وأبوها وبعلوها وبنوها. فقال جبرائيل يا رب أتأذن لي أن أهبط إلى الأرض ليكون معهم صادسا. فقال الله نعم قد أذنت لك. فحابت الأمين جبرائيل وقال السلام عليك يا رسول الله. العلي الأعلى يقرئك السلام ويقصك بالطاهية والإكرام ويقول لك وعظتي وجلالي إني ما خلقت سماعا مبنية ولا أرضا مدهية ولا قمرا منيرا ولا شمسا مضية ولا فلكا يدور ولا بحرا يجري ولا فلكا يسري إلا لأجلكم ومحبتكم وقد عذنا لأن أدخل معكم فهل تأذن لي يا رسول الله فقال رسول الله وعليك السلام يا آمن وحي الله إنه نعم قد أذنت لك فدخل جبرائيل ما أنا تحت الكساء فقال لأبي إن الله قد أوحى إليكم يقول إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا. فقال علي لأبي يا رسول الله يقبرني مع الجلوسين هذا تحت الكساء من الفضل عند الله فقال النبي والذي بعثني بالحق نبيا واصطفاني بالرسالة نجيا ما ذكر قبرون هذا في محفل من محافل أهل الأرض وفيه جمع من شيعتنا ومحبينا إلا ونزلت عليهم الرحمة وحفت بهم الملائكة واستغفرت لهم إلا أن يتفرقوا. فقال علي أيضا والله فزنا وفاذا شيئتنا ورب الكعبة الله. فقال النبي صانيا يا علي والذي بعثني بالحق نبيا واصطفاني بالرسالة نجيا ما ذكر قبرون هذا في محفل من محافل أهل الأرض وفيه جمع من شيعتنا ومحبينا وفيهم مهموم لله وفرج الله حمه ولا مغموم لله وكشف الله غمه ولا طالب حاجة إلا وقضى الله حاجته. فقال علي أيضا والله فزنا وسوعدنا وكذلك شياطون فاذوا وسعدوا في الدنيا والآخرة ورب الكعبة. سلام.
Next, I would like to welcome Ali Mahdi and Ali Abbas for the recitation of Salam. Bawaze Buland Salawat.
صلوات.
एक गठरी में कासिम की मादर प्यार करने को सर ढूंढती है टुकड़े टुकड़े हुआ इनका दिलबर प्यार करने को सर ढूंढती है शब में दूल्हा जिसे था बनाया दोपहर में वो गठरी में आया क्यों ना दिल पे लगे माँ के खंजर प्यार करने को सर ढूंढती है एक गठरी में एक माँ की दौलत लाए हैं रन से चुन चुन के सरवर फिर भी बेवा कहाए मुकद्दर प्यार करने को सर ढूंढती है गठरी खोली तो माँ ने क्या देखा एक कलाई में कंगना बंधा था चूमे कर हाथ फरवा तरप कर پیار کرنے کو سر ڈھونڈتی ہے. کل تو ہاتھوں پہ مہندی لگائی، پھر ہتھیلی کیوں خون سے سجائی. آج آغوش میں اس کو رکھ کر پیار کرنے کو سر ڈھونڈتی ہے. ایسی قسمت کسی نے نہ پائی، جیسی سغرا کی بارات آئی. ہے قیامت کا خیمے میں منظر، پیار کرنے کو سر ڈھونڈتی ہے. جس میں گھوروں سے روندا گیا تھا، ٹکڑے ٹکڑے جنازہ ہوا تھا. کس طرح چین پائے یہ مادر، پیار کرنے کو سر ڈھونڈتی ہے. ایک گٹھری میں قاسم کی مادر، پیار کرنے کو سر ڈھونڈتی ہے. صلوات.
اللهم صل على محمد. بغاز بلند صلوات. ایک اور بغاز بلند صلوات. امام جتنے ہیں سب نور کا ہے خمیر. امام جتنے ہیں سب نور کا ہے خمیر. ہے ان میں سارے محمد کبیر ہوں کہ صغیر. خیال ہے کہ خیال ہے کہ نظر بندی مصور نے پلٹ پلٹ کے دکھائی ہو ایک ہی تصویر. امام جتنے ہیں آواز بلند صلوات. ایک اور آواز بلند صلوات. ایمان کی تصویر نظر آتی ہے ایمان کی تصویر نظر آتی ہے قرآن کی تفسیر نظر آتی ہے اللہ تیرے گھر کی فضائے زہرا تطہیر ہی تطہیر نظر آتی ہے ایمان کی تصویر ایک بہت سے بلند صلوات ایک اور بہت سے بلند صلوات لاش قاسم پہ چلائے اکبر چھوڑ کر ہم کو بھیا نہ جاؤ لاش قاسم پہ چلائے اکبر چھوڑ کر ہم کو بھیا نہ جاؤ دیکھو خیمے میں شور فغاں ہے غم میں ہر ایک نوحہ خنا ہے دیکھو خیمے میں شور فغاں ہے غم میں ہر ایک نوحہ خنا ہے بال بکھرا روتی ہے مادر چھوڑ کر ہم کو بھیا نہ جاؤ لاش قاسم پہ چلائے اکبر چھوڑ کر ہم کو بھیا نہ جاؤ تم نشانی تھے امو حسن کی
بن گئے آج زینت برن کی، تم نشانی تھے امو حسن کی، بن گئے آج زینت برن کی، ٹکڑے ٹکڑے ہوا جسم اطہر، چھوڑ کر ہم کو بھیا نہ جاؤ، لاش قاسم پہ چلائے اکبر، چھوڑ کر ہم کو بھیا نہ جاؤ، بال بکھرائے بیٹھی ہے قبرا، خاک ملتی ہے سہرے پہ دکھیا، بال بکھرائے بیٹھی ہے قبرا، خاک ملتی ہے سہرے پہ دکھیا، دیکھو اٹھ کر یہ حسرت کا منظر، چھوڑ کر ہم کو بھیا نہ جاؤ، لاش قاسم پہ چلائے اکبر، چھوڑ کر ہم کو بھیا نہ جاؤ، اپنے غم میں نہ اتنا رلاؤ، رحم شے کی ضعیفی پہ کھاؤ، اپنے غم میں نہ اتنا رلاؤ، رحم شے کی ضعیفی پہ کھاؤ، دو تسلی تو امو کو اٹھ کر، چھوڑ کر ہم کو بھیا نہ جاؤ، لاش قاسم پہ چلائے اکبر، چھوڑ کر ہم کو بھیا نہ جاؤ، حشر تک ہوگی اب آہوزاری، سب اٹھائیں گے مہندی تمہاری، بزم ماتم بپا ہوگی گھر گھر، چھوڑ کر ہم کو بھیا نہ جاؤ، لاش قاسم پہ چلائے اکبر، چھوڑ کر ہم کو بھیا نہ جاؤ۔
एक बुआ से बुलंद सलावत Assalamu alaikum mu'mineen. Just a couple of reminders and announcements before I invite Dr. Sheeba Rizvi to the member. Uh, First, I humbly ask you guys to come forward with a loud salawat as we are expecting people to come later. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. As you all are aware, this center runs off the community, and without your support, we would not be here today. Today, we are also running a fundraiser. Contribution can be made through cash, e-transfer at duacenterfunds at gmail.com. Again, duacenterfunds at gmail.com. We have Interact on our kiosk in the front, and there's also check payable to Dua Center Ajax. So I implore you all to donate. As you all know, the center is run on you guys, and if you guys, I would like to all thank you for your donations up until now. If you guys would like to recite or help out with the English Ashra, you can come to me, Abid Uncle, or any auntie. And that's about it. Concluding announcements. I would request you all to please rise as I request Dr. Sheeba Rizvi to approach the member. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali
اللهم صل على محمد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله على ما أنعم وله الشكر على ما ألهم والثناء بما قدم من عموم نعمة ابتداها وسبوغ العين نصداها وتمام منن نولاها ثم الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين خير المبشرين والمنذرين شفيع ذنوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا وحبيب قلوبنا سيدنا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين صلوات الله عليهم أجمعين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين. أما بعد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Dearest Mu'mineen, Mu'minat, brothers, sisters, friends, youngers, elders, it is my honor once again to continue our discussion with you on Vilayat Takwini, and I am so proud of the way you have been participating, the way you have been listening, the way you have been sitting here and paying attention, the way you have had your focus on me. You have not had devices in your hands. You have not been playing games. You have not been whispering to each other. You are powerful minds with good attention spans, and this is very important for learning. The ability to be able to listen, ability to focus, to understand, to ask questions. Have questions appeared in your mind as we're talking? Some questions here and there? Hopefully there are questions in your minds, and you will ask your parents, you will ask me, or both of us, and you will ask other people who know answers, who you think know answers, and you will find those answers. But those questions are very important. When we look at the universe around us, we ask the question, why am I here? How was I made? What am I doing here? Where am I going? There is a hadith Qudsi, which means a narration that Allah has quoted, but is not in the Quran. When we say hadith, it means an event, a narration, something was said. When we say hadith Qudsi, Qudsi is referring to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is Quddus, and then we are saying that He said this. Most of what he said is what is in the Quran, but there are things that he has said that are not included in the Quran, and those are called Hadith Qudsi. Those are given to us by the Ma'sumin who have heard Allah and heard what he has said and have understood what he has said. It says that Hababtu an urafa khalaqtu ma khalaq. I wanted, I loved, I desired, I willed to be known. And I created what I created because of that, meaning that everything that is around you is for Allah to be known. You know Him through that. This Farsh Aza allows you to know Allah. The trees, the mountains, the skies, the seas, the moon, the sun, the stars, they allow you to know Allah. Your parents, your brothers, your sisters, your friends, other human beings allow you to know Allah. The four-legged animals, the two-legged, the birds, the fish, the insects, they allow you to know Allah. Everything around you will allow you to know Allah, will help you to know Allah, will cause you to know Him. And that becomes the purpose of our existence. When we say this is the purpose of our existence, what does that mean? So if you get to know somebody, is that it? So you say your purpose is to know this person. And let's say now you know them, you know their name, you know a little bit about them. Is that it? Is that what you were created for? Just because he wanted to be known? If somebody goes on YouTube to get a lot of likes and get a lot of views and does whatever they can to get more Instagram and TikTok, whatever they're called, likes, thumbs up, etc., then they are doing it maybe for popularity or for income. And when you're doing something for popularity, then you want to be known. Does Allah want to be known because He wants to be popular? Is there something about Allah that makes Him want to be known because He feels that He is unknown? When humans want to be known, it's because we can be a little insecure, because we feel like we're not good enough, so we feel better when other people know us. Sometimes there is a weakness in us that causes us to need fame and popularity. That means that if I feel I am not worthy, but I put my pictures on social media, and then people look at my pictures on social media and they give me likes and they say, you look good, you're very nice, amazing, way to go. Then maybe I feel better. Now I feel that, oh, look at me. I am liked by so many people, so therefore I must have value. And maybe I think I don't have value unless other people give me value. This is human psychology. This does not apply to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That means if Allah wishes to be known, then He wants to be known for reasons other than fame, of course, other than insecurity, other than the need for external validation. Do you know what validation is? Validation, no? It's more of a high school term, maybe not a primary or middle school term. When you get to high school, you will hear about it. Validation means that somebody validates you or confirms that you have value by complimenting you. And unless someone validates you, you don't feel like you have value. So that is something that happens in human psychology. Of course, the lover of the Ahlul Bayt has great value because you have the love of the Ahlul Bayt in your heart, which is the most expensive and precious commodity on the planet. So you don't need that validation, but you will see people around you who do. Does Allah need validation? No. If He wants to be known, then why does He want to be known? Does it benefit Him in any way to be known? It might benefit the social media star to be known because there's an advantage to them, right? The more likes they have, the more followers they have, the more subscribers they have, the more their videos will be shown, the more people will see them, the more they're going to trend, the more they're going to go viral. And if they are making money off it, the more money they're going to make. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, of course, does not need any of this. That means knowing Him will benefit you. So how does knowing someone benefit you? Because probably, if you know me, it's not going to benefit you much because I'm just a regular human being full of mistakes and weaknesses. But if you know Amirul Mu'mineen salatu wassalamu alayhi, Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad, then this can benefit you. How can knowing Amir al-Mu'mineen benefit you? Well, it benefits you because you will learn good qualities from him, because you will learn to be a better person from him, because you will learn perfection from him, because you will raise your standard, you will increase in knowledge, you will increase in wisdom, you will increase in bravery, you will increase in kindness, in generosity, in mercy, in compassion, in worship, in iman, in ma'rifah, in ilm, in hilm, in yaqeen, and so on and so forth. There are so many benefits of knowing Amir al-Mu'mineen. In the same way, knowing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is benefiting you, because when Allah created you, He created you with the ability to create yourself. That means Allah created you, but you did not stop there. You continue to be created. Even today, you are being created. Tomorrow, you will be more created. Every day that passes by, you are improving yourself. Imam says that if there is a mu'min whose today is the same as tomorrow, that life is not worth living. Your today should not be the same as tomorrow. That means that tomorrow you should be smarter, you should be wiser, you should be stronger. If a day was spent from morning till night without any of those improvements, it means that we have wasted some time. So we are creating ourselves. What Allah made us came out of the mother's womb. What you create will come out of the grave. I don't mean to talk about the grave to such young ones. You are very small. But I'm getting ready for the grave. And when the day of judgment comes, I will rise from my grave. The way Allah created me, I was brought from my mother's womb. But when I come from my grave, will I be a human? Will I be better than an angel? Will I be worse than an animal? Do you know on the day of judgment, some people will be walking like cows, some like dogs, some will be in the shape of monkeys. What happened? When Allah created them, they came from their mother's womb as a human baby, a cute little human baby. But as they continued to make themselves through their actions in their lives, they started becoming animals. So humans have the ability to rise above angels or to fall below animals, and that is up to us. Each step I take, each word I speak, each action I do, each emotion I have, each thought I have is determining what I am molding and shaping myself into as I make myself. So this means that Allah has made you a creator. You are creating, but you are creating yourself. And what I am creating is hidden from you. You do not see it right now. It is inside, because He is the one who is called Sattar al-Uyub. He is the one who hides the weaknesses of humans from other people. You do not see my mistakes. I do not see yours. But what I am making is being built inside. So that means that He says that you are building yourself. But how you should build yourself will be based upon how you know me. The more you know me, the more magnificent you will build yourself. حَبَبْتُ عَنْ عُرَفَا خَلَقْتُ مَا خَلَقْ. I created what I created because I wanted to be known. So therefore, know Him and build yourself accordingly. The problem is that how can you know Him? When Amir al-Mu'mineen, as-salatu was-salamu alayhi, Allahumma salli ala, says that no eye can see Him, no ear can hear Him, no hand can touch Him, no smell, no sense whatsoever reaches Him. None of your five senses reach Him. Everything I am seeing in this room is through my eyes. What I am hearing is through my ears. When I shake your hand and I touch you, this is getting me to know you. I know you through my senses. If I don't have my senses, I cannot see you or hear you or feel you. Then how do I know you? So we cannot know without our senses. But then there's another way to know without your senses, and that is to know through your mind. So what happens is, I say, for example, there is, let's say, and I've given this example before, but let's say there's a place you've never seen. Let's say there's a fruit you've never had. Have you ever heard of the fruit called tumtum? Ever heard of tumtum? Tum tum, no, of course you haven't, because I just made it up. There is no such fruit as far as I know. Maybe in some language there's some fruit by that name in some century of existence, but I don't know. So then what happens is when I say tum tum, what comes in your mind as I say that? Does anything appear in your mind? Don't be thinking of the Urdu word tum and then you're thinking tum tum. No, just anything that comes to your mind. Hopefully, your mind is blank right now. Now, let's build up a picture in your mind. So, we're not using our senses now, but now we're going to use words. So, I say, Tum Tum is the size of a watermelon. Are you seeing a watermelon right now? Yes, it's in your mind, right? That is a picture. That is knowledge. That is coming to you through words. And now I say this watermelon sized fruit called tum tum has the peel of a pineapple. Are you seeing a pineapple now on it? But it's the shape of a watermelon. Okay? Now you cut it open. When you cut it open, on the inside it is strawberry. Are you seeing the strawberry inside? Can you even cut it and taste it? Can you taste strawberry right now? Do you see how what you did was you took previous knowledge and made a picture in your mind? And this is a way to gain knowledge as well. You gain knowledge through your senses, you gain knowledge through your imagination. But what did I have to do to get you to imagine this fruit called tumtum? What I had to do was I had to use things you already knew. Why did you imagine a watermelon when I said watermelon? Because you have seen a watermelon. You have seen a pineapple. You have seen a strawberry. All I did was combine three fruits together. You know, one time Imam Jafar as-Sadiq, as-salatu was-salamu alayhi wa salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. The Holy Imam is talking to his students and he says that you cannot imagine anything outside of creation, and therefore you cannot imagine Allah. When they say, what do you mean you cannot imagine anything outside of creation? What if I create a new entity? You can create a new entity, but it will be a combination of previous creations. Right now, I created a new fruit in your mind, and it was a mixture of three different fruits, but it was nothing new. I didn't give you a new fruit. In heaven, there will be fruits you have never had before. Can you imagine them? Of course, you can't, because you've never had them before. In heaven, there will be colors you have never seen before. You can't imagine them because you haven't seen them yet. Have you seen the colors at Home Depot when you go to buy paint? Have you seen the chart of paint and colors? No? I guess you guys have never bought paint. Good for you. It gets a little boring painting. But when you're a little older and you have to paint, you might have to go and buy paint. And when you go to a store like Rona or Home Depot, there's a big chart there. And there's over 100 different colors. I barely know 5 or maybe 7 from the rainbow. Yesterday it was raining and I saw a beautiful rainbow. And that rainbow had 7 colors. That's all I know. But there's 100 colors on here, colors I've never heard of. Heaven has colors even beyond that. Sounds we have never heard, sights we have never seen, fruits we have never tasted. Most of what is in heaven you cannot even imagine. It has not been given to you. It has not been told to you. What has been told to you is what your mind is capable of imagining. So you are told there are mountains, there are rivers, and you are told there are rivers of honey because you know what honey is. There are rivers of milk because you know what milk is. Do you know what Kauthar is? Do you know what Abi Kauthar is? But do you know what it looks like? And do you know what it's going to taste like? And you know what it's going to smell like? And what it's going to feel like? It's unimaginable. We have not tasted, smelt, or felt anything like that ever in our life. Therefore, there are many things that are beyond your senses, but there are also things that are beyond your imagination. You know, I was thinking about what the Holy Imam said, that you cannot imagine anything outside of creation. And then I started thinking about animals, fantastical creatures. Have you read about fantasy creatures? Creatures that we have never seen? Like, for example, name one. Okay, there we go. Good example. The unicorn. I've never seen a unicorn. But what did you do when you created a unicorn? Even if you imagined it yourself and made it, you took a horse and put a horn on it, right? The horse was already there. The horn was already there. We didn't do anything new. You cannot imagine anything outside of creation. We made a dragon, and dragons are very famous. Everybody likes dragons. Everybody wants a dragon. We want to ride on one. What does a dragon look like? It looks like a big alligator with bat wings and a fire. The alligator was already there, and so were the bat wings, and so was the fire. You made a half human, half horse. You made a half fish, half human. You made a lion, human, lizard combination. What you did was you took different creatures of creation and mixed them together. This is the limit of our mind. Do you see how this means that whatever you imagine in your mind will never be Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? It can never be. Whatever you put in, even if you put in your mind blackness, that's not Him. Even if you put in your mind white light, that's not Him. Because Imam says, whatever is in your mind is your own creation, it is not Him. So therefore, we can't imagine Him. But then how can we know Him? He says, I made everything to be known. Yet we find it impossible to know Him through our senses, through our imagination, through our intellect. Imam says the deepest divings of your understanding cannot reach Him. The heights of your intellectual endeavors cannot arrive at His understanding. Nothing you say in words can explain Him. Nothing you imagine will explain Him. So how do we know Him? That means He must have made a way for us to know Him. So what He did was He took the qualities of His own that He wanted to be known, because His qualities are indivisible, indefinable, indescribable. But He was able to take qualities that He wanted us to understand. He is Rahman. He is Rahim. He is Qadir. He is Qadir. He is Jabbar. He is Qahar. He is Khalik. He is Raziq. He took many, many names, many, many features and qualities. And what He did was He put them into some bodies. And He said, now, when you look at these bodies, you will come to know me. You cannot know me directly, but you will know me through them. So now we have to find who did He use to make as a manifestation of His qualities. Who did He manifest His Rahmaniyat through, His Rahimi through, His Khaliqiyat, His Razaqiyat, His abilities, His powers, His might, His majesty, His glory. Who did He put that into so that we can look at them, and by looking at them, we can know Him? Can you guess? Not sure? Yes, you know. You know, right? You know, absolutely. So that means there are people like that. The hint is that when He says, I desire to be known, so I created what I created, what is the first creation? The first creation is going to be what was used to know Him. And the first creation is awwalu ma khalaqallahu nuri. The first creation is the nur of the 14 masumin, the nur of the holy messenger sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. So now what we see is that, and the evidence is that Amirul Mu'mineen salatu wassalamu alayhi, when he is upon the earth, he says that, oh Allah, I found you to be exactly as I desired. That means not only did Amirul Mu'mineen desire to know Allah, he knew Him. Amirul Mu'mineen says that if all the curtains are lifted from above, from in front of me, it will not increase my yaqeen in Allah. His knowledge of Him, the 14 Masumin, all of them, we use Amirul Mu'mineen as the emblem, as the flag bearer, as the Awwalul Hamd, for example, but we mean all 14 when we say. There's no difference we consider between them. All 14 are from the same nur. So Amirul Mu'mineen says that my iman cannot increase, it's already complete. He is kulle iman. His knowledge of Allah is complete. He says, I desire to know you, and I found you to be exactly as I desired. This desire to know Allah in Amirul Mu'mineen was given to him by Allah. When Allah said, I desire to be known, He put that desire to know in the 14 Masumin. And then they came to know Him. When He came to know Him, He says on the earth, I desire to know you, and I found you to be exactly as I wanted. Oh Allah, make me exactly as you want. ये जो इंग्लिश में वो बात पहुंचती नहीं है। ये जो चाहत थी अल्लाह की, ये चाहत अली में आई। अली ने उस चाहत को लेके अल्लाह को पहचाना। फिर अली ने कहा कि जैसा मैंने चाहा था। अली तो कुछ चाहता ही नहीं है। अली की चाहत ही अल्लाह की चाहत है। अली का नफ्स तो बिक चुका है, मर्जियां ले चुका है। चाहत तो नफ्स में होती है, अली का नफ्स तो अल्लाह के पास है। तो वो जो चाहत थी अली की नहीं थी, अल्लाह की थी। कि अल्लाह ने कहा मैंने चाहा कि मैं पहचाना जाऊं, वो चाहत अली में डाल दी। अली ने कहा कि जैसा मैंने चाहा था वैसा ही तुझे पाया। चाहत अल्लाह की थी, अब मुझे वैसा बना दे जैसा तू चाहता है। Therefore, sorry, I had to say that. I did not feel good until I said that in Urdu. Urdu is closer to Arabic, so it conveys the meanings with the same words. English becomes a science lecture. English becomes a chemistry lecture. English is sometimes not taken as irfan, although any language can express the marifat of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Any language can, because they are above, their vilayat is above language. There was no language, but there was vilayat. Languages come after, come for creation. They were not there when it was the nur of the Masumin. There was not even any language at that time. There were no words at that time. There were no names at that time. The way that the 14 Nur worshipped Allah was beyond our understanding and comprehension. The names were created for us because we had tongues and we needed to speak. The 14 Nur did not have a tongue with which they needed to speak. Their communication and their worship, their sajda, their qiyam, their tawaf, their ruku, their takbir, their tahmeed, their tahleel, all of this was beyond words. But what happens is now when we come into time and space, he is saying that make me the way you want me to be. You see, Amir al-Mu'mineen is already the way Allah wants him to be. Allah has already made him the way he wants him to be. This dua of Amir al-Mu'mineen is for us to understand. That means that Allah has given us an imam who is such perfection that he is everything that you could possibly desire to have in a leader. Your imam loves you 70 times more than your parents combined. I am not belittling the love of your parents. Your parents have love for you that is infinite. But multiply that infinite times 70, that's how much your imam loves you. Your imam's mercy, compassion, patience, tolerance, abundance of bestowing blessings upon you, protection of you, guardianship of you is everything you could possibly desire. So, should we not say to our Imam that, oh Master, oh my holy Imam, Ajjallahu Farajahum, I found you to be exactly the way I desired. मौला जैसा मैंने चाहा था वैसा ही आपको पाया, मुझे भी वैसा बना दे जैसा आप चाहते हैं. Make me the way you want me to be. Let me be that follower of you that you want me to be. So now we see that the 14 Masumin, when they come to the earth, they will manifest the miracles that Allah wants Him to be known by, not for themselves, but for Him. So we see that Allah prepares the people for the coming of the Masumin by bestowing miracles to some Anbiya. Hazrat Adam alayhi salam. Have you heard of any miracle with him? Me neither. Yeah? What miracle? Did he move the sun? Did he speak to the birds? Move the wind? Travel very fast? It took him years to find, when him and Bibi Hawa salamu alayha were separated, it took them months to find each other. If he was crossing the earth in one moment, he would have found it. My point is that we do not read of miracles being bestowed by Hazrat Adam. He's a prophet, no doubt. And I'm sure maybe he could do miracles, but we don't see of any. No. What did Hazrat Nuh do as a miracle? He built a boat. He built a boat like a regular person. Wood, hammer, nails, day after day. Spent months building a boat. He could have said, kun fayakun, and the boat was made. But do we see anything like that? No. Ibrahim alayhi salam, what miracle did he perform? The fire becomes cool for him, right? The fire. Allah makes the fire cool for him. We start to see a miracle. So we started seeing miracles later in prophethood, not in the beginning. Hazrat Lut, what miracle do you see happening that Hazrat Lut is performing? But then you see Hazrat Dawood. What miracles did he have? The mountains, the birds, the air, we said. I mean, iron, mountains, birds, and iron. And, sorry? एक सलावत पढ़ दीजिए. So when we look upon the mountain, the birds in the air, what about Hazrat Suleiman? What is Suleiman doing as miracles? Hazrat Suleiman is controlling birds, jinn, and he's controlling the air as well. And then what does Hazrat Isa do? Hazrat Isa gives life. Hazrat Isa cures the lepers. Hazrat Isa cures the blind. Hazrat Isa tells people what they are eating in their homes, what they are hiding in secret. Now we start to see miracles happening. What are these miracles basically? You are seeing control of time, space, molecules. You are seeing ilm of that which is hidden, ilmul ghaib. Do we know what ilm ghaib now is? Right? We know what ghaib is. We talked about it yesterday. It is that which is unknown. So now we start to see that ilm also bestowing. So all of these things that are happening are telling you that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is preparing us for some people that are about to come. Do you know that Hazrat Isa went to graveyards and he touched the graves and the people came out of the graves to life? That is such an incredible power. If Allah was afraid that people would start to think Hazrat Isa is God, then why is he making him do these powers? Because that means that he wants to prepare people for the ones that are to come. So then don't be surprised when you see Amir al-Mu'mineen put his foot upon a grave and the person rises from the grave. Do not be surprised when you see the Holy Messenger point to the moon and split it in half and then join it back together again. Then do not be surprised when you see Amir al-Mu'mineen turning back the sun with his finger. Do not be surprised when you see Imam Hassan changing the gender of a person just by looking at him and saying that what is a woman doing here? Then do not be surprised when you see, it is said that at the time of the Qafla in Kufa, you know, and but before I go on to this, I just want to say that this is probably a good opportunity, as we said yesterday. You know, the answer to Hal min Nasirin Yansurana, oh, who is willing to help me, is that we help in any way we possibly can. And this means that the centers where you are getting your faith, where you are getting your iman, where you are getting knowledge about the true religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and reforming yourselves in your life, we have to support them in every way possible. And in the Dua Center is going to be, we will see volunteers coming around soon with the collection for donation. And I just realized now that I was supposed to also, and I'm guilty of forgetting. It's a busy day and I'm sick, but I will. I cannot ask you to give donation until I'm giving myself. So I do promise to go to my car and get that later. But as they come around, please try and help out as much as you can. This is your reply. This is your labbaika ya Hussein. And if the adults, if you could give it to your children, and your children can put it into that box, that would be nicer to come from the children's hand. This is how we prepare the next generation to help out with the azadari of Imam Hussein. Because this azadari is what has kept our generations alive. Also, those who are donating online, please note that there is a little information strip on the screen with duacenterfunds@gmail.com. Or other ways of contributing online. So we know that there's might even be more people online than there are sitting here, and we truly need your support because this Farsh Aza is what is going to keep our children on the right path. And this is what has kept us on the right path for 14 centuries. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. यकीन जानिए इस फर्श अज़ा ने इस उम्मत को, इस कौम को बचाया है. हर नबी के आंख बंद करते ही उम्मत पलट गई थी. The nation was lost. They immediately stopped the religion. You look at any historical evidence of any prophet, you will see आंख बंद की, अगले दिन ही दिन बदल दिया. हमारे दिन के साथ ये नहीं हुआ क्या? रसूल की आंख बंद हुई, सकीफ़ा हुआ. खलीफा किसको बनना था, कौन बना, क्या होना था, क्या हुआ, किस तरह चलना था और क्या हुआ. एक लम्हा लगा है, एक लम्हा. मूसा ने आंख बंद की तो यही हुआ, यूशा ने आंख बंद की तो यही हुआ, ईसा जन्नत में चले गए तो यही हुआ, सुलेमान ने आंख बंद की तो यही हुआ, हर किसी ने, यूसुफ ने आंख बंद की तो यही हुआ. आप वो वाहिद कौम हैं जो 14 सदियों से उसी अकीदे पर बाकी हैं जिस अकीदे पे अहले बैत ने आपको छोड़ा था. ये सबसे बड़ा मौजज़ा है इस दुनिया का, और ये कमाल उन हस्तियों का है. There's no other faith. My young ones, go and look at every religion. See how it has changed. You still pray the way your prophet prayed. You still do the qualities and actions that he wanted you to do. All of his sunnah has reached you. All of the truth about Allah has reached you. You know where you are coming from. You know where you are going. वो हक़ानियत मालूम है हमारे बच्चों को जो दूसरे मज़ाहिब के बड़े बड़ों को नहीं पता है. ये अजीब बात है कि ये छोटा सा बच्चा भी जानता है कि या अली का मतलब क्या है. अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मद व अला मुहम्मद. या अली, ये सबसे कीमती चीज़ है. And this is because of Farsh Aza. Nothing else has saved us but this Farsh Aza. Hold it, protect it, cherish it. It is your greatest asset. It is your strength. It is your light in the darkness. It is your defense against the attacks of your enemies. And it is what will save you always. And if you want to see Vilayat al-Takwini, then you will see Bibi Zainab in the bazaar of Kufa when she wants to speak, and the sounds are so loud that everybody is screaming, and she does not say a word. She just puts her finger to her lips, and it is said that everybody becomes silent. The birds stop where they are. The bells ringing in the animals' necks stop. It is said that the breath stopped in the chests of the people and air was not moving when the daughter of Ali just put her fingers to her lips. This is the power of Vilayat al-Takwini. This is the daughter of, not of Wali. Ali is Vilayat. She is the daughter of Vilayat. It is said that the beauty, the Jamal of the Holy Messenger and Amir al-Mu'mineen and Bibi Sayyida all came together in Imam Hassan. And it is said that Imam Hassan's Husn came into Hazrat Qasim, this young man who had just started to bloom. And कि नौजवानी शबाब अभी खिलना शुरू होता है ना, तो माँ कभी भी कासिम को घर से बाहर नकाब के बगैर नहीं जाने देती थी. It is said that Qasim alayhi salam was so handsome and he shined like such a moon that when the enemies were attacking him and his niqab came away from his face, as they wounded him with swords, they said, Allahu Akbar, we have never seen such a beautiful face. The ones who were killing him were testifying to the magnificence of this young man. It is said that on the day of Ashur, every time he went to his beloved Imam Hussein, his chacha, and said, Chacha, please give me permission to go and fight. So many have gone, I have not gone yet. I promised my mother that I would represent and I would fight today. Imam Hussein would take his nephew and embrace him and say, do you not know you are the remembrance of my brother Hassan? Whenever I want to remember my brother Hassan, I look at you. How can I let you go to the battlefield? And he would start crying and he would send Qasim back. Qasim sat outside the tents with his head down crying. When his mother comes up and Bibi Farwa says, oh Qasim, I see that you are still here amongst the living. I thought you would have gone to battle by now. He says, I don't know what to do, dear mother. My chacha will not let me go to fight. She sits down next to him and they are both putting their heads down and crying, not knowing what to do. And she suddenly remembers and she says to Qasim, and she says, oh Qasim, do you know that when your father was passing, I remember that before he passed, he called me and said, bring Qasim to me. And you were but a young baby at that time, and he put you on his chest. And then he took out a taviz and he tied it around your arm. And he said that, oh Farwa, tell Qasim that when he is in the most difficult problem situation of his life, he will find the answer to his problem in this taviz. She says, oh Qasim, what could be a bigger problem than this? What could be a bigger musibah than this? That Chacha is not letting you go for shahada. And he says, yes mother, thank you. And when he opens it, he starts to cry tears of joy. His mother says, what is it? He says, oh mother, this is a letter from Baba to Chacha. And Baba is telling Chacha that he will not be here in the plains of Karbala. Baba knew that this day would come, and he has said that I will not be there, but Qasim in my place will martyr himself for you, O Hussein. Do not stop my Qasim from going to the battlefield. It is said that he gets up and he runs with the letter to his Chacha Hussein. When he reaches Imam Hussein looks upon the face of his nephew, and when he sees him, he knows that he has brought the letter of his brother. He takes the letter and kisses it and holds it to his chest and says, oh Qasim, I cannot stop you, you can go. It is said that Abbas puts Qasim upon a horse and prepares armor for him and gives him a sword and says, oh my Qasim, remember everything that I have taught you and remember how I have taught you to fight. And Qasim says, yes Chacha, I will make you proud of me. It is said that he goes to the battlefield, and the first one that comes Qasim sends him to hell, and then his brother, and then his brother, and then his brother. After 4 brothers are killed, it is said that now their father comes to the battlefield, and he was one of the most famous warriors of Yazid's army. It is said that when Hussein looks upon the one that is coming, Hussein goes and says to Qasim's mother that pray for Qasim. I know he is very brave and he is very strong, but my Qasim is very thirsty. And the one coming to fight him now is a very, very experienced warrior. It is said that Imam Hazrat Qasim also sends this one to hell. And then all of them attack from all sides. And when they attack from all sides, not Hussein, not Abbas, they cannot see their Qasim. They look for their Qasim from the heights, but they cannot see him. He's surrounded by the enemy. It is said they start to wound Qasim from all sides, and then such a sword falls upon his head that he falls from the horse to the ground. And when he comes to the ground, it is said that Hussein and Abbas, they attacked the army because the army wanted to behead Qasim before Hussein and Abbas reached them, and they did not want them to behead Qasim. So as they rushed towards Qasim, the army fled in fear. When Yazid's army fled in fear, it is said that they trampled the body of Qasim under the hooves of their swords, and as they trampled his body, he cried out, Chacha, Chacha, help me. By the time Imam Hussein reaches, he cannot find Qasim. He looks to where he heard the sounds from, but he does not see him. It is said that Imam Hussein could not find his beloved Qasim, so he went upon the heights of Karbala, and as he stood there, he said, oh Qasim, where are you? But he did not hear any sound, and he said, oh Qasim, the Imam of your time is calling you. Qasim, please reply to me. It is said that from every corner of the battlefield you heard a Labbaika ya Imam, Labbaika ya Hussein, Labbaika ya Hussein. It is said that where the sound Labbaika ya Hussein came from, Imam Hussein found not Qasim but a piece of Qasim. It is said that he lay out his abba and he started to collect the pieces of his nephew. As he went back to the tents, Bibi Zainab said, "Oh Hussein, what is this? I thought you had gone to get Qasim. I do not see Qasim." Hussein said, "Tell Farwa to go into the tents, O Zainab. Do you not see this upon my shoulder, this gutri?" Allahu Akbar. This is Qasim. فَسَيَعْلَمُ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا أَيَّ مُنْقَلَبٍ يَنْقَلِبُونَ لَا لَعْنَةُ اللَّهِ عَلَى الْقَوْمِ الظَّالِمِينَ. ماتم Hussein.
Ya Hussein. Hussein. रो رو کے کہتی تھی ماں خدا حافظ خاص میں قصد جا خدا حافظ خاص میں قصد جا خدا حافظ رو کے کہتی تھی ماں خدا حافظ خاص میں قصد جا خدا حافظ جاؤ بیٹا چچا پہ ہو قربا تم پہ صدقے ہو ماں خدا حافظ جا تم پہ صدقے ہو ماں خدا حافظ رو کے کہتی تھی ماں خدا حافظ زندارن میں سے نہ آئیو واپس زندارن میں سے نہ آئیو واپس جاؤ اے میری جان خدا حافظ جاؤ اے میری جان خدا حافظ رو کے کہتی تھی ماں خدا حافظ کیوں کھڑے رو رہے ہو ماں صدقے کیوں کھڑے رو رہے ہو ماں صدقے بولو اے میری جان خدا حافظ بولو اے میری جان خدا حافظ رو کے کہتی تھی ماں خدا حافظ جاؤ بیٹا دلہن کو سمجھاؤ جاؤ بیٹا دلہن کو سمجھاؤ کرتی ہے وہ فغا ہے واویلا کرتی ہے وہ فغا خدا حافظ رو کے کہتی تھی ماں خدا حافظ خاص میں قصد جا خدا حافظ رو کے کہتی تھی ماں خدا حافظ یا آجا صدر آجا صدر آجا صدر آجا صدر الصدر میں تیری ماں ہوں آ جاؤ چاند میرے تیری پیاس میں بجھا ہوں الصدر میں تیری ماں ہوں ایسے کھڑے ہو آپ ایسے کھڑے ہو اس طرح کرو ایسے کھڑے ہو اس طرف میری لاڈلی کہاں ہوں میری لاڈلی کہاں ہوں سینے پہ تجھے لدا ہوں اصغر میں تیری ماں ہوں بیٹا تمہارا قاتل میرے سامنے تیرا ہے جانم تو ہنس رہا ہے چادر لوٹ سہی ہے منہ ٹھس
ساتھ صدر میں تیری ماں ہوں، آ جاؤ چاند میرے، تیری پیاس میں بجھاؤں، صدر میں تیری ماں ہوں۔
Just a quick announcement, Momini, before we start Zaat, that we're going to be having a indoor jalus tomorrow, so you are all welcome to bring your alams. بس متوجہ زیارت. I'd like to invite Raza.
السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله، السلام عليك يا ابن رسول الله، السلام عليك يا ابن أمير المؤمنين وابن سيد الوسيين، السلام عليك يا ابن فاطمة الزهراء سيدة النساء العالمين، السلام عليكم جميعا شهداء دشت كربلاء، خصوصا سيدي ومولاي يا أبو الفضل العباس يا ابن أمير المؤمنين، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا غريب الغرباء، السلام عليك يا معين الضعفاء والفقراء، السلام عليك يا سلطان يا أبو الحسن يا علي يا ابن موسى الرضا، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا صاحب العصر والزمان، علمان علمان علمان، السلام عليك يا شريك القرآن، السلام عليك يا مظهر الإيمان، السلام عليك يا إمام الإنس والجان، السلام عليك يا إمام زمان هذا، أجل الله تعالى مخرجك وظهورك، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Sayyid will be reciting Dua Imam Zamana.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم كل وليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه وارزقا طوعا وتمتعه فيها تميلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.
اللهم صل على